Hey Spartans, how you doing? And welcome to Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD. Now that is something I haven't said on this channel for a long time. I absolutely loved covering this mod back in the day, and it seems only right to bring it back with this fantastic siege battle that I've got for you today. It is absolutely superb. I cannot wait to commentate on it and to show it to you guys. But yeah, I love this mod. It's an incredible mod. If you haven't ever come across it, which I'd be very surprised if you haven't, but if you have not, then basically it's kind of treated as medieval 2.5 Total War. You know, this is a mod for Total War Attila. It brings the game forward to the starting year of 1212 AD. And it is just beautiful. It adds some great units to the game, some great factions. It gives us that medieval Total War that we haven't had since Medieval 2, which everyone has been longing for a long time. So yeah, this is a fantastic siege battle. Thank you to Cassius, who sent me this. He actually sent it to me. He didn't bring it to me to my doorstep. He sent it to me via email. So thank you very much to Cassius for giving me this replay. Superb one to cover. I will definitely be looking to cover some more of his in the future. He does play quite a lot of 1212 AD battles. So yeah, I'll be definitely sure to cover him again in the future, most definitely. So this isn't a historical siege. There's no accuracy to this battle. It's just a little bit of fun, 2v2, but it's really entertaining. And as I said, I really wanted to cover it for you guys today on the channel. So say 2v2, we've got Cassius on one side playing as the Ottoman Sultanate. His partner is the Gurid Sultanate. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that one correctly. They are the attackers. We've got the defenders as the Kingdom of Portugal and the Kingdom of Castile. So it's kind of the Iberian Peninsula kind of set up for these guys defending this port city in a sort of non-Iberian kind of feel. It's more of an eastern city that we've got as the defenders. So maybe they, think about that think of it like this: that they've captured this settlement, and then the two other factions have tried to come to claim it back. So we've got an east versus west feel to this battle. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The Kingdom of Portugal have got some absolutely superb units under their control. I mean, these halberdiers here, look at these shields on them. I love the I suppose it's the George's Cross, is it? I don't know. It's the obviously English flag, but I know it's kind of the Cross of St. George, isn't it? So these look absolutely superb. I love the design. This is why this mod is so fantastic. The units, the attention to detail on them is incredible. We've got the King's Bodyguard here. Look, I mean, look at that. Look at the armor on them. Absolutely incredible. And there's some over here. I've forgotten where they are. No, it's not these. I'm just trying to find them because, yeah, these Portuguese dismounted nobles. Oh, I mean, just wow. There's nothing better, is there really? Look at these guys over here, the Spanish Order Foot Knights. I mean, just phenomenal. Look at that. Just amazing. Look at that. That's like the gold armor, like the King's Guard for King's Landing in Game of Thrones. Look at that. Love it. Yeah, really good. And I'm sure there's one as well. I can't find it at the moment. As we play the battle, I'm sure I'll come across them. I'm sure they're called something like the Knights of St. John or something. Maybe I've completely just made that up. I don't know. So as you can see here, the early stages of the battle are getting underway. I just want to quickly say before we jump into the action, these videos that I'm making now, this new format of videos, they won't be every day. There's going to be gaps between sort of me uploading these videos. So expect them probably every other day or every 2 days. Just because obviously I have to record them and I want to edit them down. As I said to you in my Farceless video that I did, I want to edit them down to make sure that you guys get just full action, full entertainment. There's no bits where it's just pausing, nothing happening, and you're not really enjoying it because it's just boring. I wanted to say edit it down so you get all the action in great chunks of footage. So that's why it takes a little bit longer to get the content out to you than it would have been if it was just unedited, basically. So over here we have got these guys. I think these, yeah, these are the Gurid Sultanate. I'm looking over here because I've got the army bills over on the right hand side. So the Gurid Sultanate. So yeah, these are the Gurid Sultanate. These have got the Afghan spearmen at the front here. Now these are kind of tier 2 units. This mod is tiered, a bit like Attila, where you've got tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 units. Tier 2 mid-range, and obviously you've got the Afghan archers at the back here. We've got some very much later period units of the tier 3, the Ashraf. Is it Ashraf Swaran? And look at these over here. We've got some elephants, ladies and gentlemen. The Nafata war elephants. Lovely stuff. So yeah, looking forward to seeing them in action. And then over here, we have got... This is Cassius. He was the person who obviously sent the replay in to me. That's why he's in yellow. And he is playing as the Ottoman Sultanate. And he's got some pretty good units. As we fight the battle, you'll see them in action as it plays out. But yeah, looking forward to how it goes. I saw about half an hour of this battle before I said, you know what, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to record it and see how it finishes off. I do not know who wins, who loses. But from what I saw, it was awesome. It's like one bit over here, the action was happening. Then suddenly you had to go over there because it's all kicking off over there. It was literally back and forth. It was a really great siege battle. And I think that's what's great about Total War. The fact that when the siege battle is done right, it is fantastic. I mean, I know the siege battles in Warhammer were, you know, a bit ropey. They weren't as enjoyable with the fact that you could only really attack one side of the wall. So they didn't really add to the entertainment value or the strategic sense of it all, really. But this, the older Total Wars, Attila and Rome 2, etc., and even Medieval 2 and Rome, they were fantastic. They were really entertaining, and sometimes they were just a joy to watch, play, and record. I mean, this is kind of a, I suppose, 2 or 3 faced kind of siege. Obviously, the fact you can't attack from the sea, so they're only attacking from really one direction if you think about it, but you can attack from that side and that side, I suppose, but it's mainly a frontal attack from both factions over this way. And as you can see, press play now as we go further into the battle. You can see that you've taken out this corner of the wall, which is a kind of a good trick to do when you're attacking in any Total War, Rome or Attila. Take out this sort of quarter section of the wall because it will open up a bigger space for you to flood your units in. If you just hit this area here, it's going to open up a small chunk and not as wide. This bit gives you a much wider playing area for the attackers to swarm in, and obviously it makes it harder for the defenders because they've got to spread their units along the gap a lot wider than they would do if it was a smaller part of the wall that's been taken out. So, as you can see here, the attackers have done their work beforehand. I think they've got some culverins over here. Yeah, they're great bombards. I think the culverins are over the other side, actually, at the Ottomans. But these guys have got the great bombard, and you can see they've smashed down the siege towers already, taking out the threat that they posed. They've still got the gates under the control. They still hold them. And obviously they've got the oil, so that would cause some damage if they were to attack with them. With the defenders obviously still in control of the gates. But look at this, an early sally out by, I think it's by Portugal. No, it's actually by Castile. Now, obviously, I'm all in favour of sallying out cavalry to try and get the enemy into, reacting, taking out some early kills if possible. But it's got to be at the right moment. You've got to pick your sally out and make sure it is effective. Because look at this. They were going to go for the crossbow units or the archers over here, but then they just brought the spear units forward to counter that charge. It's now meant that these guys have had to now avoid that and try and go round the sides. And it's not worked out as well as it was supposed to, because now the archers are able to fire with the protection of the spear units. They've got around here, though. Look at this. I'm going to draw for you. Got a bit of drawing on the go. But you can see they've been able to attack the flank now. But the problem is, they'll get bogged down now. The spears will be then able to engage and take them out. So this could be 2 tier 3 cavalry units that are going to be taken out early doors. And it's kind of a waste. I mean, as I say, I don't mind. Go for it. If you want to sally out, be my guest. But you've got to pick your moment. Be as effective as you possibly can. Because now, yeah, look at this. This unit's going to go down. These are shock cavalry. They work well, obviously, on you know, effective sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't fucking remember it. Cycle charges, there we go. So they work effectively with cycle charges. Pull them out, go back in, pull them out. If they're going to get bogged down with these speed units, they're going to be taken out. And I think these 2 units will be KO'd soon. And that's 2 cavalry units, which are now obviously going to be lost to the defenders, which could be really handy if they'd kept them back for later on, because they haven't really caused that much damage. Yes, they've lost possibly the artillery and 1 unit of archers, but they're sally back. So they haven't lost too much, the attackers haven't, but the defenders have lost 2 good cavalry units there. And look at this, Portugal have also sallied out with the Spanish Order crossbowmen. So they're going to try and do the same thing. Not going to go and surely hit the spears, are they? What the hell? Oh, come on. That's going to end up really bad for the cavalry units, surely, if they're hitting those spear units. But again, you know, you could have, you know, used them more effectively, possibly. You know, use them to kite the enemy. You know, this is what these cavalry archers are for, these cavalry crossbowmen. Use them to kite, maneuver around the enemy, bait them into, drawing them in to attack you, harass them. But now you've kind of lost 2 units early doors. And again, you've not really caused too much to the enemy. And could these have been used later on? Possibly so. That's 4 units of the defenders that have been lost. So yeah, as I say, pick your moment to sally out. You've got to be careful with it. So we can see here now, they've also brought out 2 units of shock cavalry over here to try and counter this unit of infantry. And that's better. These 2 have been okay. They have sallied out and taken them out. They're starting to waver, and they have caused a little bit of damage. So that sally out was pretty good. Much better than the first one. They then brought them back in. And obviously now they're able to defend again. And you can see now here, units have started to ascend the walls. So this is the first initial sort of attack that we've seen from the attackers pushing onto the defenders' walls here. It looks like the defenders, and this is quite common with siege battles, they've chosen to take a step back, not defend the walls. Let the attackers take them and then fight them on the lower ground. It's because I suppose some people see it that ultimately as a defender you aren't going to really, most of the time, be able to successfully defend the walls. You're going to eventually lose them. So why waste units on them trying to defend them when you're not going to get any success in the long run? So what they're probably doing is pulling back, using these sort of choke points that you can see in the battle lines here, and defending them there as well instead, and trying to hold off the enemies at these points instead of trying to go onto the walls effectively. But you can see here they're packing these exit parts at the walls of the attackers. So when the attackers come down, they can only attack from here, and they're just packing in, the defenders are, with these pike units very effectively. So when they come out, they're literally going to be pinned against a wall and have nowhere to maneuver. So that's the idea, as opposed to trying to defend the walls in their entirety. And you can see the gates are being defended either side, as well as the choke points here. So this could play into the defenders' hands. We'll see. But at the moment, it's obviously most of the time it's just at the stage really where we're at, where the attackers are starting to sort of maneuver forward, getting themselves into position to launch an attack in mass. The walls, as I say, are being taken. They're not coming down, descending off the walls yet. I think this unit here, I don't know if Cassius has forgotten about them, or what he's doing is, my thought could be that he's using these as cannon fodder. I mean, they are tier 3, so do you want to throw them away? But I think he's using them as cannon fodder. He's letting all these archers just hit them and target this one unit and no one else, and let it that obviously they will run out of ammunition quicker. But these guys are taking the fall for the attackers. Maybe, I don't know, but that's what my thought. If he's, or he could have just forgotten about them. He could have just forgotten about them. Who knows? But I don't know. Sorry about that. I'm just itching my nose there. I wasn't picking it. There's a problem with face cam. When you're fighting with face cam and doing videos with face cam, you can see everything. If I was just doing it with recording my voice, I could get away with sitting here naked, maybe. I don't know. But here we go. So you can see a large force of the Gurids are coming forward. And they're going to try and attack in mass. But the problem is, you know, they've got these 2 units of spear and pike infantry there defending. And the issue is, do you attack? Because if you do, you're pinned back there, you're held back by those pike units, and you've got the gatehouse with oil pouring down on you. That could cause a lot of losses for the attacking army there. So they've got to pick their moment before they do attack in mass. But you can see here, this is maybe the first big push we've seen from the Ottomans. They've got the billmen over here. These pike units coming in, the tier 3, they're not going to be met with the halberdiers. So the polearm infantry, which are very, very effective on 1212 AD. The polearm infantry are very good units, and they can get a lot of kills very quickly. So, you know, be wise here with these Royal Noka Lancers. You know, should you do this with halberdiers? I don't know. Hold back. Take them away. Leave them to fight on later on, because shot cavalry there is going to be messy. Very messy. And this is what I'm talking about over here. Look now. Straight away, they're descending off the walls and are just being greeted with pikes. They're literally being held back. There's no maneuverability for them. They're literally being pinned back. They're not being able to get at the pikemen. The pikemen are just pushing them and attacking them really easily there. So it's not looking good for the attackers. And this is why the defenders sometimes, they say, just leave the walls. Say, you know what? There's not much room to maneuver up here. We aren't going to win it. Take a step back and do this sort of tactic instead. And it kind of does work. So you can see there's a catapult unit over here. It's getting some early kills on this mass of the units from the girded Sultanate. And, you know, they're packing up nicely, obviously, to begin their attack. But it's going to give the catapults a lovely target area to hit quite a number of units over there. So that's, you know, you've got to be attacking soon. I mean, I know what they're doing now. They're using their archer fire to try and break down the pike units from range. But obviously it's allowing these guys easy targets. As you can see, this one going in there. Boom, what a shot. Right in the middle there. So let's move over to the left-hand side of the city. So they're really trying to push in now. Really starting to make the attack possible. Look at the blood everywhere. It's covering the city walls now. Or what's left of the city walls more so than what's there. But it's more what's left is covered in blood. And it's a big push. The halberdiers are holding back at the moment. They are tier 3, so they're going to be experienced units. They have got some chevrons as well to help with their ability. And it looks like the defenders are doing okay here. Look at the amount of fire back and forth from each unit of archers. I think it's more the defenders are pouring as much archer fire as they can into the attackers there. They've got another unit of halberdiers coming over. And it's looking okay. Obviously, it's very early doors. We've got 40 minutes left here. But it's looking okay for the defenders. They're doing their job. And look at the numbers. I mean, look at this. We haven't looked at the balance of power yet. It is in favour of... I think it's in favour of the attackers. You look at the numbers. Obviously, the numbers count for a little bit in the balance of power here. It's 6,000 versus 10,000 attackers. As we can see early on, it's kind of pretty much the defenders have lost a little bit. The defenders have lost a little bit less than the attackers have. But it's not great for the defenders when you look at numbers. Because as a defending force, you want to try and capitalise on what you've got, what your positions are, in the fact that you've got places where you can hold out. And early doors, the attackers usually are going to lose more units than that. But it's kind of too close to call at the moment. I don't think the defenders should have lost as much as they have at this point. But we'll see. It may start to change as time goes on. But maybe this is where, as the attackers are becoming more offensive in the battle, they will start to take more casualties. Like this is just an absolute clusterfuck, basically. Look at it. They're getting absolutely destroyed here. And if they can get a unit across there, just to pack them in on that side as well, there's no way they can maneuver. And over here as well, it's the same again. So at the moment, they are holding the enemy at bay. For how long, I do not know. Are they still attacking over here? They're not. Still trying to use their archer fire possibly to break them down a little bit further. But yeah, still, it's kind of, you know, defenders aren't doing too bad. They have lost a few, as I said, but they're not doing too bad. But saying that, look at these halberdiers now. They've lost quite a lot. They've lost nearly, over 120 men nearly. So they've got to bring another unit. Have they got another unit in reserve? Have they got another halberdier unit they can bring over? Maybe this one?
This is shameful.
I don't know, but they are losing ground there, and this unit won't be able to hold for much longer if they haven't got support. Maybe bring these over. I don't know. I'll find out. Oh, look at this. Firing arrows over there, dropping their morale of the archers of the Portuguese there. So it's back and forth with the archer fire. Halberdiers are starting to lose momentum now. Oh, now the assault has begun on the gates over here. Look at this. As you can see, they're pouring in. But God, I mean, the burning oil surely will be coming down in a minute. They will cause heavy casualties. I'm sure of it. Only using a couple of units to go forward. And there we go. There's the burning oil. Dripping down on them. Oh, it's not going to be good. Especially when you're facing pike units that you are being pushed into the gap there. And you've got burning oil from above. You've got the pikes at the front. I wouldn't like to be these guys here now, I tell you. So they've got this unit of Moorish raiders. Where are they going to go? Although I thought they were going to go around the side. But they have kind of put this unit over here to sandwich them in on that side. This is the Spanish Order Foot Knights. But the problem is with this side, because they've got so much in numbers, the attackers, and they haven't packed this right side with any defending units there, it's allowed these attackers to start working their way around here, and they're starting to put pressure on the defenders' right side there. Even though they've got the pikes, they're still putting pressure on that side. So, oh, you know, that's not looking great. If they start to filter through, defenders could have a problem there. And over here, the remaining Portuguese nobles are starting to waver. If they start to push forward, which it looks like they will, then I would see Cassius with the Ottomans pushing in then. Surely he will have the advantage. I think the Portuguese are realising at this point that really we cannot hold for much longer. We need to pull back from this opening. Maybe pull back to this area here possibly. Or there. Maybe you wouldn't know with the attackers being situated there, but maybe here, definitely here. Obviously they've got the positions over here and over here, so maybe that's where you could go. And if you can get your archers to attack from both sides, at least you're firing in at them at various angles, that could help. But positioning units on here and not doing anything with them is going to be risky, because look at this, it's giving the archers a platform to hit them from the below up and on top of them. Being on the higher ground there, they're easy targets for these archers to keep firing down upon them. So I wouldn't leave them there for much longer. I mean, maybe they're being protected by this part of the wall here, but they're not losing that many units. But still, they're at a platform where they could be easily targeted. So what's this unit of dismounted foot knights going to do? Spanish Order Foot Knights. Are they going to come across and hit them over here, hit the flank there, draw them in, and then hit them on the rear? Or are they going to try and pack in this side here? I'm not sure. Looks like they may go for a side charge here, possibly. We'll just wait and see what they do, and then we'll go over to the right-hand side of the city again in a second. Yeah, looks like they're going to try and get themselves ready for a side charge here on the flank of the enemy, possibly. Use that high ground to charge down upon them. But they're swarming through now. Cassius is swarming through with the Ottomans. He's got a few units coming through. He's got a few in reserve, though. They're starting to move forward as well now. So, you know, they're starting to take control of this part of the city, most definitely. What's your plan, though, with these? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to go over this side and see what's happening. So these pike units are still doing a good job. They're holding the forces of the Gurids back for the moment. They've got some noble shock cavalry. Going to try and hit the sides, are they? I don't know. They're pulling back. I think the attackers are gaining the advantage over here, though. So they are going to try and counter them with a shock cavalry charge. Do some cycle charges on them again. But they're starting to pour through now. This side is buckled from the defenders. And he's going to put pressure on them very quickly. If they can get around them, as I said, it's curtains for those pikemen. And I'm engaging over here now as well. They're pushing through. The units are starting to swarm this opening in the city. and the remaining forces are coming through as well. So it's at this point, you know, you think to yourself as a defender, right, they've taken the walls, they've got the opening there, they're pushing through on this side, maybe they'll start to buckle soon, looks like they are. Pike units is starting to waver now. So if they start to buckle there, then this will then start a mass frontal charge from the attackers on this side. At that point then do you say, right, what do we do? Do we pull back to here, here and here? Or do we pull back even further? Because the City Plaza is over here. Look at that City Plaza. I love how I said that. City Plaza. That's over here as well. So you've got about four openings to defend. You pack your units in here, you've got a chance. Obviously, there's not much maneuverability around here with the big citadel here, but you've still got things you can do and pack in there, and maybe you can get your cavalry on the extremities of the city to then start doing cycle charge into the back of the enemy. Maybe a chance, but for the moment, I think that's a little bit too hasty. That's probably more later on in the battle that you'll probably see that. For the moment, keep holding these choke points. See what you can do. Get your archers behind them. And obviously they can get as much fire off as possible. Get your strong pike units, your strong halberdiers to hold here. And, you know, they will do their job and see what they can do. But look at this. The gatehouse has been taken. The pike units have fallen. So this is when we can probably expect a full charge forward now of all their units. I think the order's been given soon. I know that I did see the replay at this point and they were starting to move forward. So we'll see them come in mass probably in the next couple of minutes. Pike units are going there. This is when they are starting to maneuver in now. I would say the attackers are starting to gain the advantage. They've got themselves into the city walls. And there we go. There's the order. So all these Afghan infantry are swarming into the city now. And so this is when you say to yourself, right, get the cavalry out of there. Get these polearm units, get these halberdiers, these spear units forward. Get the cavalry out of there. Get them away. You don't want them bogged down, especially shot cavalry. Take them back. And then obviously at that point, utilize them a little bit later on. Because, you know, cycle charge with shot cavalry are really effective. You can get them done at the right moment later on in the battle. You've got a chance. But at the moment, they're going to be bogged down. That's it. Pull them out. Get them out of there. Pull them down here. Get your stronger defending units going forward. And that's what it looks like they're doing. They've taken out a couple of these Afghan infantry. Only one Afghan infantry and one Rajputs have been taken out. They are wavering and falling back. But the moment... I mean, look at them. They're getting bogged down again over here. You don't want to see this, especially if they'll start attacking on the flank on that side as well. I would say here, you know, hold there most definitely. Possibly hold here or there. And definitely there. But get them out of there. Get them out. This is lost. There's no way you've got it now. The attackers are in full control of this area of the city now. Maybe here, but at the same time, if you do that there, you've got the problem of them coming round here and outflanking you. And that's exactly what they're doing. This unit of Portuguese nobles, good night Vienna, they're going to be taken out pretty quickly, I would say. They've only lost 3 units, but if they're going to be countercharged and flanked in a minute, which looks like they will be, they won't hold out for much longer. So they're now positioning themselves into the city, getting as much units as possible forward. And this is kind of, I would say, we're entering stage 2 of the battle. Stage 1 is complete. We've had the initial attack from the attackers. They've managed to now pour through and beat that initial defence that Portugal and Castile have done. And now we're into that second stage where they're massing forward, positioning themselves ready into the city for the second part of the attack. Looking at numbers. Okay, so now the enemy, or I should say the enemy, looking at it like they are the enemy from the replay perspective, but from the defenders' side of things, they are getting advantage with losses. It's 2,100 to 2,500, 2,900 losses for the attackers. So the numerical advantage is starting to, obviously it's still in the attackers' favour overall, but the defenders are starting to get more kills, at least, than the attackers are. So that could start to build up in a snowball effect as the battle continues. How are these guys doing? Still only lost, what, 13, 12 men? Impressive. I thought they'd lost more than that. I am impressed with that. So we've got initial attack over here. This second phase, as I say, kicking off. This is why I say these pole arms are just incredible on this game. 12-12 pole arm infantry are just the business. What the hell was that? I missed it. Damn it. Was it some sort of artillery attack? Or Naffertons or something that threw in some dynamite of some sort? I do not know. But that was disastrous. Wow, look at the blood. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys coming as well, the elephants. Looking like they're moving forward now. They could cause some serious damage. But look at these guys. The Gurids are coming right into the city now. Look at them pushing everything they've got into it. Oh, yes, this is going to be superb. This is where it kind of gets to that point, and I mentioned at the beginning, where you're going over here, shit's kicking off over here, then it's kicking off over here. It's going to be incredible in a few minutes' time, guys. I promise you that for a fact. Yeah, it looks like we've got some sort of... I think the culverins over here somewhere. Maybe. I do not know where this artillery fire is coming from. Maybe it's still the catapults, is it? From over here, possibly firing across from that side, maybe. I don't know. But there's some sort of artillery explosions kicking off from some direction. What are these guys doing? Oh, they're just sitting back there. I mean, maybe you could hit him there now. I mean, it looks like they're not doing anything. These guys aren't doing anything. If you could push them into the flank there, maybe get some early kills against these archer units. But they're just sitting there idly doing nothing. Oh, it's just a shame. Maybe they've been forgotten about. Oh, yes, look at this. It is. It's the culverin have been put forward into the battle. They're going to do point-blank range firing here. Oh, my God. This could be absolutely deadly if they get some shots off here. Oh, my God. Look at this. This is like absolute short-range target fire. Oh my God. Something is happening here, and I do not know what it is. Oh my God. They're preparing to fire here, guys. Right, what is going to happen here? Are they going to fire over here? Or over here? I do not know. Oh, but look at this. Shot cavalry are coming in. They've seen the threat of the artillery. Are they going to attack? Are they going to attack? Are they going to hit these guys? Oh, they're now wavering. They've gone for the artillery. Get rid of that threat. They're trying to cycle charge with the shot cavalry into these guys then, are they? Okay. It's caused them to start to waver, so maybe the charge has been effective. Then pull them across. See if you can hit the artillery. Yeah, looks like they're going to go for them. Yeah, looks like they're going for them. Yeah. Get rid of that threat over there. But I tell you what, these defenders are incredible. They are taking on so many units. The attackers are swarming the city now. And look at how many units they are taking on, these defenders. 2 units of defenders against about 6 or 7 swarming in. And they're still holding for as long as they possibly can. It's incredible to see. Oh, here we go. The elephants have arrived into the battle. They're in the city now. Oh, let's have a look at the charge here. As they come down the hillside. Now, as a defender, you will probably switch on flaming shot here. Try to get them panicking. If you get them panicking, they're going to start to go crazy. And they could stampede onto their own units, which is obviously what you want from a defender's point of view. But yeah, what's going to happen here? Come on. I want to see these guys in action. Are they going to hit over here? And they're going to go down here? I don't know yet. I mean, look at this. It's absolutely sandwiched in over there. Zoom in on this bit. Literally no inch to move. Oh, looks like they're going. Looks like they're going. There we go. Looks like they're going at a leisurely pace. They're taking the time. Don't want to get fatigued too early. Defenders are still... I mean, look at that over there. Look at that over there. That is incredible how they're holding them back. There's about 6 or 7 units over there. About 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9 units. 10 units there. And 2 are defending still. They've got another unit of dismounted... see if I can pronounce this one. Caballeros. Going for that one. They're coming in to help and aid. That's 3 units against 10. But they're still holding on. Incredible. So here come the elephants. Here come the elephants. They're going to try and attack these halberdiers, are they? These Portuguese nobles. Oh, there goes the... Is it which? Is it? Oh, is it from these guys? I think, yeah, it's these. Nafetas are able to throw in some sort of, you know... I say grenades, early style grenades into the enemy lines here. But get him trampling, get him stampeding. Come on, here we go. That's what we want to see. Oh, pushing in now. Look at this. The crossbowmen having to desperately hold off. At least they've got some nice big shields to help defend. But I don't think even big shields will help against the elephants. But yeah, you can see there the artillery, the archers enabling that flaming shot. And I think already, no it hasn't, they're just pouring them. I thought the archers starting to go out of control already, but they're just pulling them back. Don't think they are out of control yet. There's another barrage of flaming shots. That's going to definitely panic the elephants. But they're pulling back, and I think they may be, and they're going into their own enemy unit, into their own friendly units here. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just pulling back, going to try and do another cycle charge with them. I don't know, but they've been pulled away from the fight for the moment at least. So you can see here these 2 points, which is only 2 points, they can really attack from. The attackers can. They can only go this way and that way. Are being held back still pretty damn well. Maybe get these guys in. They're just holding back for the moment. Get him in at the right moment to help and support. But at the moment they can just stand back a little bit longer possibly. Look at this line of defenders. Incredible sight. Yeah, elephants are coming back across now. Another flaming shot by the defenders from the artillery or for the archer fire. You don't want them to be standing around for too long because they will be easy targets and they will then start to panic very quickly. Which is a great thing with these crossbowmen. Yeah, they obviously ultimately are a missile unit, but still they can do their defending. They can help out, especially in this part of the battle, with holding the lines as much as possible. Looks like the elephants are coming back in again. See what happens now. Oh, look at them swarming in. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh my god, causing quite a number of kills there. Oh, these elephants, yes, they do go crazy. It looks like they have gone crazy. The indicator has been shown there. They are running amok. The flaming shot has done its job. They've got some kills. I mean, how many are they on now? 64? Not incredible. But they've got some early kills in that line then. That attack did take some of the defenders out. The thing is, you want to get these elephants going in that direction. If you are defending this city, you want them to be going crazy in that direction. Look at that mass of units there that these elephants could stampede into. And you don't want to be seeing that from your own troops. Catapult shot coming in again. Oh, you want to be careful of that friendly fire. That could have hit some of your own units then, mates. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Still going crazy. Are they going to go in this direction? Are they going to get over here? And look at this. From the defending perspective, the Portuguese are starting to buckle here. They're starting to buckle. They can't withstand all this amount of force for long. Oh, look at them. They are trampling over their own units. Oh, no. They're going to go into the back of them over here. Oh my god! Pushing them into the halberdiers of the defenders there. So the defenders, as you can see here from this sort of overview point, are still doing their job. If you look at it from the tactical overview here, they are holding them back here and here and here still okay. The problem is, it's the numbers that the attackers have got. They can only hold out for so long, yet they are doing a pretty good job, and they're doing it at quite a high point in the city. They're not falling back too far deep. They're doing it at high points in the cities. So that is impressive. And they are valiantly holding their ground. I mean, if I was their wife, I'll be very proud of them. You know, come on. But still at the same point, you've got so many units that the attackers have got. You can only stand it for so long. I mean, let's look at this. We'll zoom into this part of the battle over here for a second. And just let me get the N key working to zoom in. I mean, can you see what a glorious sight that is? Literally inch to inch next to each other, holding that line, trying to withstand the pressure of the attackers. They're just pouring as many numbers as they possibly can. Another unit of Afghan spearmen are coming in. They're just swarming through, but they're still holding as long as possible.
This is a shameful display.
It really is incredible. Looking over here as well, if you can zoom down to this bit of the battle here. They look at this now. I mean, what they've got, how many? 32 units left, 67. And the attackers of Cassius have got a load more to come through the city walls. And I mean, they've got some outside still as well. They put some over in that direction. They're going to buckle soon. They're going to buckle. So then, you know, you think to yourself at this point, you know, do I fall back to here? Do I start to look at the, you know, the Citadel Plaza over there as well? Maybe. You know, at what point do you think enough is enough? I can't hold for much longer. Looks like they've taken some units back from there. They're realising that they're not getting through that easily. So they're pulling units away from that section of the fight. Interesting. See what happens with that play. Because at this point, I don't know what's going to happen now. This is at the point where I left the replay after watching it and thought, you know what, I'm going to record this one. So I do not know what happens after this point. But look at this. Wow, wow, wow. The defenders again are making some of these units just waver and pull away. Let's look at the numbers here. The balance of power has gone a little bit more to the centre than it was before. And bloody hell. I mean, yeah, they've lost 4,000 men. But the actual attackers have lost, what, nearly 6,300. So the snowball effect is kicking in. The attackers are starting to lose more units than the defenders are. So if that carries on, then they'll start to meet up eventually. So, you know, keep defending, keep holding the ground as long as you possibly can. You're doing a great job, defenders. You're doing valiantly here. And look at this, a few units over here are starting to waver as well. Woohoo! Tell you, this is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. This is not over at all. We've got 19 minutes left, and this is the situation at play. That side is definitely lost now. Give it up, defenders. Get yourselves back around here. Maybe fall back to this. Well, this point is okay. Yeah, fine. But then they can sweep around. They've got the flank on that right side available to them now. So maybe you pull back here. Maybe pull back there. Hold them as long as possible there. Looks like they're falling back on that side as well. Yeah, we're going into, I think, the third phase now of this battle, I would say. They have listened to what I was saying, and they have begun the retreat back to the Citadel Plaza area. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Is it a Citadel? Is it a plaza? Is it a city plaza? I don't know. I'm going to go for a plaza at least. And I think now, this is when they've thought, you know what? This is our last attempt to do so. Last attempt to defend the city. Pull back everything we've got. The battle is turning in the attacker's favour, as you can see there. This is a shame. This is an absolute crying shame. This Spanish Order Foot Knights, Tier 3, late units. They are a very good unit. They're obviously a unit that can be very effective defending. And look at what's happening. They're being wasted attacking these Afghan archers on the wall. If they had been manoeuvred away, they could have been really handy to help in defending the final part of this battle. But now they're just being lost and wasted on the city walls over there, which is a crying shame. And, you know, when it's like this, every single unit counts. And if you'd have got them out of there over here, who knows? You know, you could have had an easy defense. We don't know. But that's just a crying shame that they've been lost and distracted by those Afghan archers. Attacker's point of view, great. You know, keep doing what they're doing. The archers aren't important, but you're taking out a unit of very effective defenders. But we'll see. Yeah, so I mean, I've got to give credit to these as well. Look at these guys. How valiant are these late spearmen. These are literally holding back the entire girded Sultanate's attacking army here. They're holding them back and giving the others a time to maneuver away and to be able to position themselves in the plaza over here. They're sacrificing themselves for the greater good of their comrades. I love it. These are being given time to maneuver back, and they're holding the swarm at bay. You shall be remembered. Your women and children will be very proud of you tonight, I tell you. They will write poetry and sing songs of you in years to come. Look at this. Hold the line. Sacrifice yourself at all costs. I love it. But yeah, over here they've gone as well. They're holding themselves, trying to maybe, again, keep the units at bay. But look at this. They've actually caused 3 units to start wavering. This unit of Genoese. Is it Genoese? Oh. Genoese crossbowmen. I'm going to go with that. Genoese crossbowmen. But pull them back now. Pull them back. Trying to get themselves, if they can, into the centre point here to help defend. They're starting to waver there. I think they've lost themselves into the fray, into the fight there. So this is what's left, really. That unit's, just as I say, just holding back the enemy forces for as long as possible. We've got the general unit, the King's Bodyguard over here. What are they going to do? Maybe just survey the scene, see what they can do. They can't really hit the charge there. Maybe help inspire the units a little bit more, possibly. Keep morale up. But yeah, this is what they've got left now. They're trying to hold as many openings as possible. But the numbers that the attackers have still got is quite extraordinary. Looking at the figures here, what, they've got 3,000 to 1,200. If you look at that, though, if I hover over that for a little bit longer, you can see the enemy, or the attackers, I should say, they are dropping quicker, at a quicker rate than the defenders are. So it's good in that perspective. But I don't think the defenders are going to be able to hold out for as long as required to be able to get the attackers' numbers down to as low as they possibly need to be. So the rate of the casualties of the attackers isn't as good as it needs to be, I think. But they are doing okay here. Look at this. They've packed 2 units of what? So halberdiers and dismounted caballeros into this. And it is starting to cause units to waver. They've got the crossbowmen at the back here, which are firing across. They're providing some artillery support or archer support for as long as they possibly can. The spearmen, oh my god, they're still holding on over here. This is incredible to see. 99. They've got nearly 100. They only lost 60 units. And look at this. They're making 1 unit waver. And some of these have been pulled back. That's incredible to see. No wonder the tier 3. No wonder. So you can see here Cassius is bringing some units around in this direction. They've got 1 unit of spearmen there to defend that opening. I don't know if it's going to be enough, especially with 4 units of attackers coming in from that way. I don't know if that's going to be enough to hold that opening. Maybe I'll pull them a bit further forward, possibly. I think put them here will be better than pulling them back there. Maybe they'll try and do that and charge down the hill a little bit as they actually begin to attack, possibly. But these guys are doing okay. I mean, you know, again, they're not losing too many men. Another unit wavering. 12 minutes remain in this battle. It's got to be the attacker's advantage, obviously. I mean, the balance of power is suggesting that massively. But at the same time, if the defenders can just hold these points and use their archers to effect, I think they've got a chance, albeit a very, very small one. Very, very small one. And this is where, you know, at this point, as I mentioned early on, when those 4 units of cavalry sallied out over here and were wasted, in effect, you know, they lost the battle very quickly. If they were held back, that's 4 units of cavalry now that you could have possibly had in your control that could have been used for cavalry counter charges over here, and you know, over here possibly. And they could have helped turn it a little bit more in the defenders' favour as well. So, you know, it just reaffirms my point about sallying out, yes, but when you got to do it, you got to pick your choice, you got to pick your moment. So we've engaged over here now. The final part of the push from the attackers is over here now. These Capicula heavy infantry, tier 3, are being held back by the spearmen. They have pushed themselves a little bit further forward. We've got the King's Bodyguard over here, the Portuguese general. He's obviously inspiring his men in that direction. He's going to have to be utilised quickly. We've got the other general over here. What's he doing? Is he trying to sort of see what he can do position-wise? I don't know where he's been going, but look at this. We've got the actual attackers general coming in. There's an opening now. This is the problem. This is the issue. There's no one to defend this side here. Maybe bring this across, this Moorish raiders. They're not going to be too good to be able to defend. Not the most effective unit to be using for defense. But, oh, look at this. Going to have to countercharge this now. It's obviously heavily in the attacker's favour. 8 to 43. But I think we know what way that's going to go. Defenders having a bit more success over this side, though. Oh, look at the spearmen. They've actually fallen. Unfortunately, the spearmen have finally buckled. 16 units left. But look at this from this perspective. How would you be shitting yourself right now, seeing that all these units are flooding towards you? You would not want to be defending this choke point now, would you? Oh my god. See, the spearmen finally gave in, but what a fight they did. How many kills did they get? They got 91. Wasn't too bad. I think the fact they held for so long was the main highlight for them. But wow, now the remaining forces are swarming through. They can't hold for long, surely. Surely can't hold for much longer. Over here as well, we've got 2 units attacking this spear unit over here. And more forces are coming over here to this weak point, the place where they couldn't really defend it very well. They've got units of dismounted Calaberos across now. But if they're going to get through, I think this is going to be the point where it's most likely going to happen. If they get through here, they can swarm in the back, and it really is curtains at that point. The units will surely start to waver if they get rear charges at them. Enemy general's dead. Oh, the defending general's being killed, I think. So I think he's lost himself over here. Somehow he maybe gave one last ditch attack charge. Is that in there? Is that in there? I think that's in there. I think. Oh my god. Poor bastard. So yes, one last ditch charge I think he gave to himself to sacrifice himself for his country. But it was all in vain. He's dead now. That's going to surely start to get word around the defenders that the general's dead. I'm sure they're going to start to drop morale quickly. So they're doing okay over there. I think really the main effective push is going to be here now. They've got literally got 10 units coming over here now. The bushes are burning. It's all on, everything's on fire. Oh my god! Look at the blood again over there. Jeez, it is like a bloodbath. It's incredible. So look at the situation now. We've got 1,680 for the attackers, 780 for the defenders. So it's getting slightly closer in the gap now between the attackers and the defenders' unit numbers. But still, I would say it is in the attackers' favour. I mean, the balance of power is starting to creep down towards the centre again. There's a load of units over here that are starting to waver. Of the attackers, that flaming shot is starting to drop morale as well. I can't see the attackers failing at the last minute though. I really can't see the defenders being able to pull this off. If it turns, it turns. But I think it would require a miracle. Look at these now. The Spanish Order Foot Knights are starting to waver there. If they'd have been able to hold out for a bit longer, this could have gone a lot more in the defenders' way. I mean, that unit there which was lost could have been helpful over here now, most definitely. But yeah, if they crumble, they're swarming now. They will swarm in very quickly.
Our men run from the enemy.
It is quite close. It is going down to the last few units of the battle. So it's not as clear cut as I thought it would have been at the very start. If anything, it's a very valiant defence by these guys, by Portugal and Castile. It is very valiant of them to defend it to the last man. They've been very brave today. They've done their countries proud. But look at this now. They've broken the Spanish Order Foot Knights. They're coming through now. They're just going down like a lead balloon. Look at them. They're just wavering straight away. The Moorish Raiders, they're going to drop within seconds. So they're going, and now obviously the problem is now there's no unit to defend this opening here, and so this means they're going to start flooding through, start to take the capture point, go over there, and yeah, it's going to be very quickly, I would say, a attacker's victory here. Let's just fast forward for a second. Here we go, starting to take the capture point now. There's one unit of general left. And it's the Kingdom of Portugal's unit here. The King's Bodyguard. Use them. Use them. See what you can do. Get them to attack. Maybe not the spears, but get them to start doing some cycle charges. Maybe go around the back if you possibly can. These guys can hold for a little bit. Here they come. Here come the general. Oh, a bit of a side charge then. And maybe try and get him around though. Get him, pull him out, pull him out, pull him out. Go around the back. That's it. Funnel them forward and go around the back. See what you can do. There's no one left on this side as a threat. They're being held back by the siege crew over there and some pole arm. So you've got a chance here to pull them around. Get him out. Come on. Let's get a rear charge going here. You could start making them waver. And you know it's desperate, don't you, at the end of the battle when you've got the siege crew getting involved in hand-to-hand combat. You know at this point it's literally every man possible trying to help out. So one unit, the Afghan spearmen, have been wavered. Oh, look at the balance of power. It's gone back to nearly 50-50 here. Jeez. Oh my god, can the defenders pull this off? They've only got 2 units over there, 1 unit here. Shit, this isn't over yet, guys. This is not over yet. Oh, they've wavered there, though. So they're going to be able to come in now. Oh, no. Come on, come on. Get these units around the back. Seriously. Or maybe hold them there. And then let these guys come in through there, possibly, which is what they'll probably go to. Maybe they'll go around here. But to go that way, looks like they're listening to me now. They are coming around this way. Hold for a little bit, though. Wait. Wait. Get them through there. Once they've gone that way, hit them in the back. You have got enough of these guys. What are they again? The halberdiers. Yeah, just hold on for a little bit longer. Give the general's bodyguard a little bit of time. Oh, it looks like they're coming across. Come on, go now. Oh no, this is your moment to do it. The halberdiers are they wavering? It's too late. It's too late. Now you're doing it. Oh, I think it's too late. It's too late, my friend. Yeah, they'll now be able to turn about and face you as a charge. Oh, that's not as an effective charge as it could have been. Oh no, now these units swarm through. They're still holding at the moment. It's they only lost 60 units. 60 men to that unit there. They're still holding on, but over here now, this is where it's going back in the attacker's favour, really. We've only got 195 defenders left of 580, so yeah, it looks like it is going to be attacker's victory here. But at moments, it wasn't as clear-cut as we thought it was going to be. Most definitely not. Yeah, General's bodyguard is being pinned down now. He's been pinned down here, and these are just going to go and recharge him now. If they go, it's absolutely over. Absolutely gone now. Yeah, they're dropping 16 left of 50 units. They're starting to waver. That'll be the chain route kicking in. They're starting to waver over here as well. There's a recharge happening over here in these speed units as well. Oh, they managed to get through the back of them. That was the danger, and it's now starting to pay off for the attackers. Yeah, there we go. There's the wavering kicking in. 13 seconds left. Yeah, balance of power going way up now in the attacker's favour. So it's a GG from everyone concerned. It is an attacker's victory, but by God, what a defence for the Kingdom of Castile and Portugal. They held to the very last man. So you've got to give them credit. It was very, very brave in the end. Let's have a quick look at the statistics before we finish the battle. So yeah, there you go. Look at that Pyrrhic victory for the attackers, and you know, obviously it says there, look at that remaining nearly over 3,000 men, but a lot of those were units that have fled the field and weren't active in combat, so you can't really count that. But if you break it down, they had a combined force of over 10,000 men to their 6,000. So when you break it down like that, the defenders did get a lot more kills than the attackers did, and were able to hold off for a good solid amount of time there. If they just had a couple more units that they had in reserve, they could have turned that and made that out to be they could have made that out to be a victory. those 4 cavalry units, that unit on the wall there, if they'd had them, that could have been just enough to turn the tide in this battle, but it wasn't, and they have unfortunately come out defeated. But all credit to them, they did an absolutely fantastic, valiant defense of the city. Their nations will be very proud of them, and especially their women and children, as I always say. They will be forever remembered. So thank you very much for watching the battle replay today. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. As I said, it was a really great siege battle to do. Just a little bit of fun. No historical accuracy, but it was really nice to see it played out. And that's the beauty of these sort of replays. You get players together who are really good players having a bit of fun, and it turns out that they can produce some superb epic replays for us guys to commentate on. And I'm sure I'll be doing more of these with Cassius as time goes on, and definitely more of 1212 AD, that is for sure. But yeah, that's it guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do drop it a like. And as I said to you before in the previous video, the Pharsalus one I did, if you've got any suggestions for any ways to improve the format of these videos, I am all ears, so do put them down below in the comment section. But until next time guys, thanks for watching and farewell.